What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Matt the Scat. And wait, hold on. Hey! And today I'm bringing you guys another prediction video.
Wait, I hope y'all ready. I
think this is my first time missing a week of uploading. I've been consistent. I've been uploading like every 2 or 4 days. But you know, I took a little time off, took a little break. But as you can see by the thumbnail, well, first of all, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's clap it up. Everybody clap it up. Everybody clap it up. We just hit 400 subscribers not too long ago. I think it was like 2 days ago we hit 400 subscribers. Thank you guys for all the support and love you guys have been showing. But as you can see by the title of the video, we're going to be talking about the NFL playoffs, specifically the NFC conference. I'll make sure you check the description because I will put in timestamps of me talking about specific matchups. So if you're interested in me talking about specific teams facing each other, make sure you click the description. But let's hop straight into it. Now the first game, I'm just going to get this out the way because the results are going to be so obvious. It's Bears versus the Saints. The Bears are going to get clapped. Okay, they're getting smacked. They barely got into the playoffs. I wish the Cardinals had got in, but that's not how the cookie crumbles. We have to watch the booty ass Bears. Now the Bears stand no chance against the Saints. They're literally worse in every statistic than the Saints. Even their defense, which is ranked 11th, which is good, ranks the Saints ranked 4th. Okay. Now I would be shocked if the Bears score 14 points on this defense, especially since they have so many players injured. Akeem Hicks is injured. Then their best receiver, Alex Robinson, is injured. Jimmy Graham is injured. Cordell Patterson, I know, was dealing with an injury. I don't know if he's playing or not. They're just banged up, man. It's not a good matchup at all. Their defense is going to completely dominate them. And this is to be expected. When your quarterbacks are Mitchell Trubisky and damn Nick Foles, that is to be expected, okay? Especially, I don't see them scoring more than 14 points, especially against a defense like this, who can literally get to your quarterback with only sending 4 and won't give up any advantages in the secondary. They can literally just play mad, keep the safeties and cornerbacks back, and then just send 4 and get to your quarterback. And there's nothing you can do. Just ask Tom Brady. So I'm gonna give a score. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 31-13. I'll give him 13 points. They'll get a touchdown and like 2 field goals, but it's gonna be a blowout. I would be shocked if the Bears made this an interesting game, let alone try to win the game. Okay, I just don't see it happening. But let's jump into a more interesting game. Let's talk about the Washington football team squaring off against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Now this will be a better matchup than the Bears versus Saints game, but I still think the Buccaneers will win this comfortably. I think Alex Smith will have a very tough time moving the ball down the field against this Bucs defensive pass rush. Maybe if they run the ball effectively and efficiently, they'll stand a chance and maybe can force the game to try and go into overtime or maybe pull out a 4th quarter win. But at the end of the day, I just trust Tom Brady against the football team's defense more than I trust Alex Smith against this aggressive, hard-nosed, pass rushing defense. And I know the football team's greatest strength is Tom Brady's greatest weakness. But when it comes down to it, it's not like the football team of the Saints. Their secondary is not elite. If their D-line does not get to Tom Brady's going to throw a party on their secondary. Okay, it's not like they have Marshawn Lattimore like the Saints do. They can only blitz, and if they blitz, their secondary is going to be in harm's way. It's not like they can just play back and play man and blitz and everything will be peachy. It's not. Okay, now he does have a lot of weapons around him. He has Terry McLaurin. He has that running back Gibson. He has a couple nice pieces, but I just don't see him, especially since he's injured, and how vicious the Buccaneers D-line is. It doesn't matter how good your weapons are if you can't get the ball to them because you're always on your ass. And I don't see Alex Smith being able to move out the pocket, escape, and evade the Buccaneers rush, which is, I believe, 6th ranked. I think the Buccaneers are ranked 6th on defense. I don't see Alex Smith being able to push the ball down the field, make big plays, and escape the Buccaneers pass rush because they were struggling against the Eagles, man. They were having trouble putting up points against the Eagles. So let alone the Buccaneers, I think it's going to be a long day for Alex Smith. I trust Tom Brady against the Buccaneers defense I trust Tom Brady against the football team's defense more than I trust Alex Smith or the damn backup against the Buccaneers pass rush and defense. So that's why I'll have the Buccaneers winning the game. It may be close in the first half, but after the football team going 3 and out so many times, I believe that's going to take a toll on the defense, and in the second half Tom Brady will start to expose them and they'll pull away in the third quarter. So I'm going to say the Buccaneers win this game 28 to, I'd give it 28 to 14, maybe 28 to 17. It'll be a close in the first half, but like I said, they'll pull away in the second half. So that means I would have the Buccaneers playing the Packers in the divisional round. But before we jump into that, let's go to the last game of the NFC divisional round, which will be Seahawks versus the Rams. Now this is going to be the most interesting game of the night, I believe, maybe besides Bills Colts. But this game is going to be close. Now if Jared Goff is playing, because we don't know, he's questionable. If Jared Goff plays and he's 80% of himself at least, or even 75, I have the Rams winning in a close game. So that's gonna be, I'm gonna go with the Rams. I'm going with the Rams, even though the Seahawks did have the better regular season record, but that's not what all winning is about. It doesn't matter what your regular season record was. The Rams are also better than the Seahawks in every statistical category, like literally everything: offense, passing, rushing, defense. The Rams have the #1 ranked defense in the league, and the Seahawks secondary and defense in general has been suspect all year. I know they've started to come around and play better as of late, but they still have been struggling all season long. I know they have Bobby Wagner and Jamal Adams, who are sparks and can light up their defense and maybe create some big time plays. I think in order for the Seahawks to win, that's what they would have to do. But like I said, if Jared Goff comes back and he's healthy, the Rams are going to win this in a close game. If Jared Goff does not play and is a backup, or Jared Goff comes back and he doesn't look like himself, he's throwing inaccurate passes, can't escape the pocket, I'm going to say the Seahawks win. So it's really, Jared Goff is really going to be the X factor. But I'm gonna give a straight up answer. I'm picking the Rams. I'm picking the Rams in a close game. I'm going to say 28-21 or 28-24 Rams. But now let's get into the divisional round. Based on how my bracket is set up, that means I have the Packers matched up against the Buccaneers, and I do have the Buccaneers pulling this one out in a semi-close game. These two have obviously played before, and last time the Packers got absolutely smacked. I do think they will perform better this time around, but I do still trust Tom Brady playing against the Packers secondary more than Aaron Rodgers playing against the Buccaneers D-line. Like I said, the Buccaneers have the 6th best defense in the league. They were putting Aaron Rodgers on his ass all damn game, moving him off his spots. He threw 2 picks. He started off well. I think they were up 14-0, and then once the Buccaneers turned that pressure on, it was over with. Tom Brady is gonna torch their secondary, even though their secondary is better than ours. They do have Alexander. But I just don't see the Packers being able to stop the Buccaneers' explosive offense. It's gonna be trouble for them. This game is gonna come down to which quarterback performs better, and I'm taking Tom. Okay, I just am. Their offense is way more explosive than the Packers, and last time, based on what I've seen, I don't know how Aaron Rodgers is gonna perform. In the regular season, they got their ass whooped 38-10. This time, I don't see it being that big of a blowout. I would say it's going to be 31-24, 31-21. Buccaneers win comfortably. So that means I would have the Buccaneers in the NFC Championship. Now, that means Rams, Saints in the divisional. I would have the Saints. This is going to be Rams, Saints, especially if the Jared Goff is healthy. Would be probably the most competitive game in the NFC. 2 elite defenses, the #1 versus the #4 defense. However, the Saints offense is way more explosive than the Rams, and I think that will be the major difference. The Rams will have a tougher time scoring against the Saints defense than the Saints offense will have trying to score against the Rams defense. Obviously, you got Kamara, you got Mike Thomas, you got Taysom Hill, Drew Brees, Emmanuel Sanders. Damn! The most complete team in the NFC easily. So that's why I would have the Saints winning a very close game. I would say they'll probably win that game 24-17. That would be a great game. I really hope the Rams win against the Seahawks just so we can get Rams Saints. Okay, so now let's move to the NFC Championship, where I will have the Saints playing the Buccaneers. Now the last time these two faced, it was similar to how the Packers lost to the Buccaneers in the regular season, because Tom Brady got clapped. They had that man running all over the place.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
They didn't sack him. They would knock him down, put him on his ass. Their secondary is elite. So even when they send forward, they don't have to send extra blitzers, and the secondary can still hold things down, which is an advantage for the Saints, because Tom Brady struggles against teams that can obviously create great pressure on him and cannot give up big plays in the backfield. Not the backfield, but the secondary rather. It would just be tough, man. My heart's saying no one can beat Tom Brady 3 times in a row, but this team is so special. I honestly think they could. So I'm going to say that. I don't think they'll be blown out because they were just trying to initiate Antonio Brown in the system at the time when they lost. So now that they're used to Antonio and they have the chemistry and he's been in the system for a while, I don't expect the Buccaneers to get blown out. I'll say they'll lose 31-21 in a semi-close game. Got a DK Metcalf video coming out, and peace. I'm out.